Hello, my name is Charlene DeChico. Join with me as I embark on this journey. This is your Community Spotlight.
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help.
We're about to start the meeting. Welcome to anyone new.
For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Flickertail Village Museum in Stanley is open from June to August, showcasing original buildings and items from times past, donated from surrounding areas. A surprise visit from a community member who donated 2 antique cars made this experience a real treat.
I'm Tom Olson. I'm a retired physician from Billings, Montana. Grew up on a farm south of Powers Lake in Montreal County. And my dad bought this automobile when I was in the 8th grade. I drove it back and forth to school. New webbing between the frame and the car body. Had the engine overhauled, refurbished. Put new upholstery. Just kind of followed me wherever I happened to be. It sat for a long time, and I just wanted it to be back close to home. This I donated a couple of years after the Model A.
Tom brought his family from far distances to share this history with them.
1, 2, 3.
Getting its start in 1977, the Flickertail Village Museum is a collection of preserved and restored buildings fully furnished, displaying the lifestyle of the past. I found a one-room prairie schoolhouse with Van Hook resonance on the wall, and even an MHA veteran, Crow Flies High. I made a stop in the general store to check out history here, visited the bartender and the sheriff, before having the amazing opportunity to speak with Maxine, whose family owned the homestead shack.
My folks moved it here, and it was the original first building. The shack was out by my home, out towards the farm, and there was an old bachelor that lived in the shack. He used his work gloves to insulate the inside of it because it gets so cold in the winter.
Maxine describes lifestyle in the shack much different from the lifestyle we're accustomed to today.
He didn't ever drive. He just walked to town, which was 24 miles, I think, to town. But he would walk to town, and people that knew him would stop and pick him up and give him a ride.
Thousands of items on display here were donated by residents of Montreal County, with some rescued from places like rock piles and others were purchased. Volunteers are the mainstay of the museum.
It out, and then it comes out that end pipe coming out. Or there it is, that would come out and shoot it into a wagon or whatever. Okay, well, I volunteered here maybe 5 years. I'm not originally from here, but I've lived here now longer in North Dakota than Minnesota, where I grew up. But I love the old antique things about Flickertail Village. I like to explore the history and meet people, and it's just a good way for me to get to know the area all the more better.
Connie hopes to see more visitors stopping by the museum.
We love to get people from the outside, people from the community. There's a lot of them that don't come to Flickertail or don't know about it. So we try and advertise. We have a car show out here on the 4th of July, and that draws a couple hundred people. And so we just enjoy anybody that comes because we love to talk about our museum and those forefathers who put it all together and the hard work they did, and we try to keep it in pristine condition the way they would like it.
Visit Flickertail Village Museum for rich history right here in Montreal County. Do you know how to become a member of the Newtown Chamber? Well, if you have a business or you just want to get involved, all you have to do is join. Check out the website for more information or to register. And you can join us for our monthly meetings right here at Cornerstone Bank in Newtown to find out more or to become a member. See you at the next meeting. Being a part of the Newtown Chamber gets you involved with community events like the Parade of Lights held on Main Street, as well as the annual Newtown Car Show, including many other city events that are held throughout the year. You can also join us for our Business After Hours events, showcase your business, and be featured on Community Spotlight TV. We look forward to meeting you soon. Contact us today for more info.
Hello, my name is Jose Reina. I'm the general manager for Teddy's Residential Suite and Little Missouri Inn & Suites here at Newtown, North Dakota. Yeah, we've been here in Newtown for almost 15 years now. These are locally owned properties. These properties were born with a heart of being part of the community. Really different concepts in both hotels. In Teddy's Residential Suite, we're like a long stay hotel, and down in Little Missouri, we have a property that is more like a transient guest. We're open the 7 days of the week, as the hotels must do. We have a 24-hour 7 front desk service. Down in Teddy's Residential Suite, we're a full service hotel. We count with restaurant, we count with 24-hour service in all our, and down in Little Missouri, we're with a complimentary breakfast, hot breakfast all days, just for those casual stays, not like Teddy's Residential, that is more like a long stay hotel. Basically, our hotels are located just really near to the resort area. We have a lot of tourists coming for fishing, for hunting. We also have a lot of people coming for the oil industry, construction. That's basically the main issue down here at these hotels. You will find it really amazing going through the lake, going and walking through the lake. I love running, so if you go walking from here to the lake, it will take you only like 15 minutes. And there are really nice views to go around. Really great places to visit down here at Newtown. One of the basic things that you can enjoy is watching this pluriculture that you have. You have the natives, you have the American culture, that it's really been, when you come to Newtown, you see that mixture that we have. They are amazing. Like in one side, you will see the cross, and in the other side of the lake, you will see this great sign of the natives. It's like two cultures coming together in a new town that was born with that name because it needed to be a new town, a new place where two cultures will get together. It's really nice. All the impact that you have when you come in the winter is really nice when you see the lake completely freeze, and then coming in the spring you will see the ducks and all the birds coming back to the place, really enjoying the views that you have down at Newtown. Yeah, down at Teddy's Residential Suite, we offer a restaurant that is open from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. with breakfast service. That's our newest service that we're giving at the hotel. We're now offering restaurant with a full menu, omelets, pancakes, smoothies, and things like that. Also, in the night, we're open from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. And our specialty there is the prime rib. It's really famous here in Newtown, coming every Friday and Saturday to get the prime rib, 12 ounces, and the ribeye of 18 ounces. Down at the Teddy's Lounge, is really encouraging coming here and watching your sport. We have like 8 TVs, 80 inches. The TVs, you can watch all your sports, the football, you can watch it here, basketball. And our rooms are conditioned down at here at Teddy's Residential. They're conditioned with kitchens, fridge, living rooms. They're really comfortable if you want to come to Newtown. So we're getting near to spring and summer. This is a really nice season to come to Newtown. We encourage you to come. You could visit the marina, you could visit the lake. Really nice temperatures. It's not hot. It's like 80 degrees, 90 degrees during summer and spring. Really a good time with your family. You can spend it down here at Newtown. We hope to see you here at Teddy's or Little Missouri Indian Suites.
Hi, welcome to Teddy's Residential Suites. Here at Teddy's, we offer 102 rooms. For your convenience, you can find us on the web or you can give us a call, and we offer a billiards room. So you can rent our billiards room for you or your friends or have a party.
I'm Charlene DeChico, your local correspondent, and you're watching RTC Local Community News. And right here in MHA Nation, take a look. World-famous Paul Broste Rock Museum in Parshall, North Dakota has been undergoing some amazing changes lately. I recently met with museum director Emily Halverson for a tour and inside look.
Paul Broste was an area farmer, and it got to the point, he essentially retired from farming and moved to town to dedicate his time to building the museum, sharing his collection, and leaving his legacy behind with us. The collection that you'll see throughout the museum is his own, unless if it's otherwise stated, donated by. And like myself, he had a passion and love for rocks. On the outside of the building, you'll see, the museum is made of rocks, and they were brought in within a 20-mile radius of Parshall, just field rocks from, area fields. And it got to the point where farmers would just bring these rocks in, drop them off, and up they went. Paul would pick out a rock, his buddies would, hold it in place, and he would just sit there and study the building. And he'd drive back and he said, yes, let's put it up, or no, let's go with something else. So every rock was, placed with intention. They weren't just plastered up there. Entryway here is made of field rock as well. If you know anything of lapidary work, it takes a lot of hard work, time, and dedication. And he said, that's enough. So he went with the Mexican onyx tile. He had hired a crew and had laid throughout the rest of the museum. He was also an artist and a writer. And throughout the museum, you will see his original paintings, as well as his writings over here. This side of the building was his residential area. Like I said, he essentially left the farm and dedicated his time here. So we are standing in what would have been his living room. This would have been the kitchen area. Paul built this in 1940 using an axle from the back of a truck and a motor from a washing machine. With this machine, he would put a rock in there, the specimen, and he would just start cutting sides. And to the point where it was fairly round. From there, he would cab and polish, making it a round sphere. I can confidently say that this inspired our modern day sphering technology that we have. So this, just a natural boulder, this demonstrates perfectly as to how he started the sphering process. He would, if you look at the sphering machine, there are joints where you can adjust height, length, width, and he would just start cutting. Another one I'll point out is this clear rutilated quartz crystal from Brazil. Rutilations within the rutilated quartz. They do come in different colors, copper, silver, black. But if you look closely, there's these inclusions, they're actually called. There's these tiny little needle-like strands that go through the crystal. He made 2 of the larger spheres. The one he donated to the Smithsonian. Otherwise, this is the most valuable piece in the museum. And it's absolutely a AAA grade quality. Paul did make this display meticulously, so there's no beginning, no end. It just continuously goes on.
Emily pointed out a few other most valuables on display.
This purple and yellow fluorite, for a specimen that large, it is simply too large to be evaluated. Over here, this curly gypsum selenite, the fun little curls on it, that is the second most valuable piece in the museum. For a specimen that large, there's only 2 known pieces in the world. I'm not 100% sure, but I was told the other piece is also at the Smithsonian.
Emily shared and showed us some treasured pieces that had been kept within the family over the years, really highlighting the rich history of the area. She also explained to us the extraordinary process of a dendrite.
That water-rich mineral solution will seep in through any point of entry or access. The pores, cracks, crevices within the sedimentary stone, and it works its way in there. And then after, hundreds, thousands of years, that water evaporates, giving us that beautiful, natural occurring tree-like mineral. And again, that is the world's best dendritic slab.
The museum offers an incredible variety of rocks and minerals to explore, and a place where visitors can see the rich geological story of our community all in one remarkable collection. We looked at some agates, one of Emily's personal favorites.
Specifically, these cases are more geographically appropriate to our region. The Fairburns are going to be more South Dakota. And the Montana moss, we can find those on the western side of the state, Missouri and Yellowstone tributaries, and into Montana. When looking at it, it has that kind of a potato peel or potato skin peel, but you cut it open, and this specific piece in particular, so it's not quite petrified, instead it's agatized. So it is a log that has been completely remineralized into stone.
You'll even witness fossilized redwood trees, some of the oldest specimens preserved right here, along with unique geological treasures and rare exhibits. To set up a tour, contact Emily today and be sure to watch for the hands-on activities and wonderful experiences she's creating for children and the whole community.
This Rough Rider rodeo that we're at today, the Berger family, Shad in particular, is the organizer, but this whole history of this area involves our nation. Mandan itself is named after one of our tribes. The Mandan head out to the Ricra. And so our history is very rich here. All the parks that we have here, all the monuments that we have are all symbolic of how we lived here for thousands of years. And so when we were approached to say, how would you like to put together a show, a rodeo show, in which we feature some of the cultural aspects and history, we said, yeah, of course we'll do that. So we became a major sponsor of this particular event. It's important when people come here to watch this rodeo that they understand the meaning of this history and people that were here before and they're still here today. With your dancers, their history, the singing, the teepees and things of that nature. And these are celebrations that go on all warm summer long, right? And so we start in May and we end up this last week in the United Tribes, where we have thousands of dancers and singers and tens of thousands of people, 100,000 people that come into the city to enjoy the culture. And it's kind of like the grand event of all the summer dancing in powwow. We work a lot with our youth. We sponsor training, rodeos, all for our youth, because long ago, our MHA people were top competitors in the world out in NFR long ago in the 50s and the 60s. MHA riders and the Hall of Fame on a national and state level were there. Now we've gotten a position that we can help promote the sport again. You see a lot of our young athletes or young adult athletes starting to rise up to go back to compete at that level, on the world level. So we're going to be so excited in the years to come here, in the next decade. All the riders are going to come out of this area and perform at that kind of level, and who knows, be world champions like we've had in the past.
If alcohol builds a wall around you that doesn't let you see where you're going, that keeps you feeling isolated and alone, that makes you feel hopeless, know this. We're here to help if you want us to. It's never too early or too late to ask for help with a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous, there is a way out. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Do you know how to become a member of the Newtown Chamber? Well, if you have a business or you just want to get involved, all you have to do is join. Check out the website for more information or to register. And you can join us for our monthly meetings right here at Cornerstone Bank in Newtown to find out more or to become a member. See you at the next meeting. Being a part of the Newtown Chamber gets you involved with community events like the Parade of Lights held on Main Street, as well as the annual Newtown Car Show, including many other city events that are held throughout the year. You can also join us for our Business After Hours events. Showcase your business and be featured on Community Spotlight TV. We look forward to meeting you soon. Contact us today for more info. And right here in MHA Nation, take a look. NHS College hosted Science and Culture Camp at the Earth Lodges in Newtown, offering educational activities, traditional food demos, college prep activities, cultural lessons, hanging and learning with camp counselors and staff, and even took field trips.
Autumn, Isabel. I learned from a class I took at Four Bears. This is it before the elastic.
So my name's Amber Finley. I am Director of Research and Development at Nuita Hidatsa Satnish College, and I'm also science faculty, and I'm the person who sort of organizes this camp. This camp has been running for almost 30 years, I think. I was actually a participant in the camp when I was younger. The whole premise of the camp is to bring both science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, so that's why we call it the STEM Culture Camp, along with our MHA history, traditions, culture, and sort of show the students how to weave those things together. I just do my best to try to put all of these things together. It's gotten very popular. They come out and stay at the Earth Lodges. We do activities with them. We try to get the students to be thinking about their future, like what might that look like, but also really stay rooted in their identity and keeping the culture kind of at the forefront of everything that we do with the camp.
We spoke with campers about some of the activities.
My name is Lloyd Howard, and so far what we've done this week is we were at the college yesterday. Had a couple of speakers come out and tell us about what they do at the college. And then we went to the Healing Horse Ranch after that, and then after that we came back and we had a couple more speakers come and speak back to us at the college. Just inside, we just built a solar panel car that you could use, that you bring outside and goes around with solar power, and we're doing painting bags right now. Later on, we're gonna be doing some traditional corn roasting over the fire. One of the cool things I learned was that when we store food and stuff, we bury it underground. It's underground in these storage chests, we call it.
Hi, my name's Ayana Vivier. I'm 21 years old. I'm not MHA. I'm enrolled in the Turtle Mountain Bands of Chippewa. I did grow up in the Whiteshield area, so I'm kind of familiar with the cultural activities around MHA. This is my first year as a camp counselor for the STEM Culture Camp. I never knew about this culture camp, and I thought it was very interesting and I wanted to see what it was about. My favorite activity was going to the horse ranch in Partial and being able to learn about the horses. So staying here and being outside all 5 days is like really something, and just makes me want to like keep the culture alive in that way. Cool.
I'm Evie Pacino, and I actually live in Boston, Massachusetts, and this is my 4th year. I travel here every year. I take 2 flights to get here every year. I really enjoy learning language. That's been really interesting for me over the past like all of the 4 years. Yeah, Mazi Graz, I say that all the time. And then like me and my dad always like say I love you, and I think Mandan maybe, and it's like Miniki Girisore and Miniki Girisosh. That's like how we say I love you to each other, so yeah.
For more information on the Science and Culture Camp, contact Amber Finley at the college at 701-330-1126 or check out the website. We look forward to bringing you news, updates, and coverage of events happening in our area. Charlene DeChico, Channel 5 Local News. Charlene DeChico, Channel 5 Local Community News. Prairie Rose Golf Course in Stanley, North Dakota is a 9-hole golf course open for the community.
My name is Dawn Evenson. I live in Stanley, North Dakota. I play the Prairie Rose Golf Course. It's our home course. We've lived here about 15 years. We have a wonderful ladies' night on Wednesdays, or ladies' day. We also have a men's day on Thursdays. You just have to come out. Several of us, we golf different times during the day. All you have to do is come out and join a group of ladies, and I believe the men's is the same way. There's a lot of things that go on here.
Dawn says Prairie Rose is a beautiful course, and they've recently got new irrigation.
There's activities. You can rent out our clubhouse for events, and it's just an essential part of our community, and especially it's a public course.
Prairie Rose is open weekly and weekends with events going on all the time. Charlene DeChico, Channel 5 Local Community News.
My name is Clint.
I'm an alcoholic. My name is Victoria.
I'm Justin H. I'm an alcoholic.
My name's Danielle, and I'm an alcoholic.
My name's Mark. I'm an alcoholic.
My name is Dorothy T., and I am an alcoholic.
For so long, alcohol has sort of been there for me to sort of see me through social situations. I didn't really know how to communicate.
I had no friends. I burned every single bridge. My family had cut ties for me. I was unemployable and all of those things because, drinking was more important than anything else.
I had my last drink when I was sitting at a bus stop in Savannah, Georgia.
My journey in AA started years ago when I reached the outside limits of my desperation.
I really wanted to quit drinking. I just couldn't stop on my own. And I remember when I woke up on the day that I got sober, I felt something inside of me tell me that I could go to AA.
And then these people, just gathered around me, and it was just an amazing experience because that was the fellowship in action in my life.
They took me to Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous has saved my life.
The moral of my story today is that AA has never let me down, ever. When I've been in my darkest hours, AA has been there for me.
So if I carry any sort of message with my story, it's that, keep coming back and that this thing does work. And don't leave before the miracle happens.
If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works.